UK plays Brexit hardball from a submarine base, pound tumbles. FASLANE, Scotland Reuters sterling tumbled to a 28-month low on Monday as Prime Minister Boris Johnson said the Brexit divorce was dead and warned that, unless the European Union renegotiated, Britain would leave on October 31 without a deal. Many investors say a no-deal Brexit would send shock waves through the world economy, tip Britain's economy into a recession, roil financial markets and weaken London's position as the preeminent international financial centre. The pound, which was trading at $1.50 on Toyota of the 2016 referendum, dropped more than 1 cent to $1.2213 on no-deal fears, the lowest level since March 2017. Sterling has fallen. Johnson's bet is that the threat of a no-deal Brexit will persuade the EU's biggest powers, Germany and France, to agree to revise the withdrawal agreement that Theresa May agreed but failed 3 times to push through the British Parliament. When asked about his remark during the campaign for the party leadership that the odds on a no-deal Brexit were 1,000,000 to 1, he said provided. Johnson also said that the Irish border backstop, designed to prevent the return of a hard border between Ireland and the United Kingdom's province of Northern Ireland, was no. Under the backstop, the United Kingdom would remain in a customs union with the EU unless the 27 other EU members, though, say publicly and privately that the divorce settlement including the backstop is not up for barter. Many EU diplomats. If Johnson goes for a no-deal Brexit, some British lawmakers will attempt to stop him, possibly collapsing his government. If they try to turbocharge. Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab said London was turbo. Hedge funds increased their net short sterling positions. Bets that the pound will fall to the highest level in nearly a year. The yield on Britain's FTSE 100 rose to its highest in nearly a year on Monday, partly on merger optimism, though exporters' stocks benefited from a weaker pound. In a sign investors are scrambling for protection against currency swings around the time of the October 31 exit, 3-month implied volatility surged to a 4-month high. State of the Union. Differences over Brexit have strained the bonds that tie the United Kingdom. While the question of the unification of Ireland and British-ruled Northern Ireland will inevitably arise if Britain leaves the European Union without a divorce deal on October 31, Irish Prime Minister Leo Varadkar said. Johnson made his first visit to Scotland as Prime Minister on Monday, visiting HMS Victorious, one of Britain's 4 Vanguard-class nuclear submarines which carry Trident ballistic missiles. His promise to deliver Brexit, with or without a deal, has put him at odds with some in his party who oppose a no. Gordon Brown, a Scot and a former Prime Minister, said this month that Johnson might be the last UK Prime Minister as he could be on a collision course with Scottish nationalists. Johnson, who met Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon, rejected a fresh referendum on Scottish independence after Scots voted 45% to remain in the United Kingdom in 2014. Sturgeon said Johnson was heading for a no-deal Brexit and warned that it was up to Scotland to decide their future. She said Brexit, writing by Guy Falconbridge. Additional reporting.
Raindrop, truck top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.